Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time here, hi, welcome. Don't forget to click the subscribe button so you can join the family. And if you're a regular on my channel, hey, what's up, how you doing? I'm finally sitting down to have a conversation with you guys. When I started this channel, I initially started off with vlogs and vlogs and vlogs, and I sort of got comfortable doing that, but I was just like, no, I need to know you guys need to know me, we need to like get to meet each other properly before we move on with the vlog. So this is me. My name is Favor Oba. Sorry, that other name was my maiden name. So my name is Favor Mokafo. Sometimes I actually forget that I'm married. I actually forget, just because my life is still literally almost the same. This video is going to be a get to know me video, so get to know me tag / life update. So this is my first sit down video for my YouTube channel, first ever sit down video. So if you're just joining at this point, you're not late, welcome. Okay, let's get right into the video, shall we? So I'm going to be looking at the screenshot I took here. I took a screenshot of certain questions, combination of questions that I got on my YouTube channel, and just regular get to know me tag questions, life update questions, and I also wrote a few of them down. So I'm going to be looking. So just in case I'm looking away, please just know that I'm looking at the questions that I want to respond to. Okay. So first question: what is your name? I already said that. My name is Favor Mokafo. You can call me Fefe, just make it short. Okay. Did you go to Covenant University? The answer is no, I did not go to Covenant University. I actually attended Bangkok University. What do you feel most passionate about doing? Honestly, anything that relates to business. Like, I don't want to streamline it. I don't want to say, oh, this is what this is, or this is what this is, because I'm passionate about anything that has to do with anything I just set my mind to do. YouTube, doors, or everything that I set my mind to do, I'm very passionate about. How easy or difficult is it to motivate yourself? Honestly, it's not too difficult to motivate myself. I have down days, of course. I have down days. Like, I'm somebody who really believes in myself. I don't think there's anybody that believes in me as much as I believe in myself. If I say that I'm going to get this thing, best believe that I'm going to get it. Do you understand? There are days when I genuinely feel like I don't want to push anymore, but I'm constantly pushing. What is your general outlook on life? I think that life is basically meant to be enjoyed. Life is meant to be lived. You get what I mean? Like, life is meant to be lived to the fullest. No restrictions, no limitations. And I'm not saying no restrictions in certain things that you do. In the potential of your life, the purpose of your life, no limitation. Just keep pushing. Just basically live life to the fullest. In the same light, I feel like life is not fair, and life doesn't exactly present to you what you deserve. So you have to go for whatever it is that you want from life. You have to take it. You can't sit back and just wait for life to present anything to you, because baby, you're going to be seated there like nothing is going to come to you. Well, that's for me, that's my opinion though. Some people actually have things come to them just because they are alive. Not me. Majority of the things that I've had come my way, I've actually had to work for those things one way or the other, whether by praying or by actually doing the physical work, but I've had to work towards getting those things. What is the most influencing advice anyone gave you? I think it would be you, the world will adjust. And I can't remember who said that to me, but somebody had said to me, just do you and be you, the world will adjust. There was a time in my life where I wasn't so sure about certain things, because I'm like, oh, if I go this route, people might feel like, she looks uncomfortable doing this, she does this, da 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 da. People always have stuff to say. It might take a while for them to adjust, but the world is actually going to adjust. I'm going to set out to do what I want to do. I don't care how it looks to you or to anyone else. I'm just going to do it. Eventually, you're going to adjust to it. Where did you relocate from? I used to live in Lagos, Nigeria, and I just relocated to New York in the United States. I have a vlog on my channel, my relocation vlog. So I'm going to link it up here, or I'm going to put the link in the description box. How much has your life changed since 2020? I would say that anybody who knew me before 2020 doesn't know me anymore, because my life changed a lot. It literally took a drastic turn every area of my life. I've always been a Christian, I've always known God and all of that, but my relationship with God just became something else. It's so beautiful. I don't even know what I was doing when I wasn't at this point with God. My life actually took a completely different turn. I was single then, I'm married, I was living in Nigeria then, I'm living in the US now. My mindset was completely different at that time. The way I saw life, the way I saw people, my interest in certain things, everything is just different. I'm not so interested in some things that I was interested in back then. I don't get pressed at all about certain things I used to get pressed about back then. My life has just changed, basically. My life has changed a lot. That's what I'm trying to say. When did you know that you wanted to get married? It's funny that from when I was a growing child, I always used to say, oh, I'm going to get married early. I had this auntie that used to live with us at the time, and I think she got married when she was maybe 22 or 23, I can't remember. But I remember then I was like, oh, once you get 20 years, you can get married. I had strict parents. I had strict parents, and if you had strict parents and you were growing up, you would know that you long for certain things just so that you can break up. It was different. My parents were treating her differently. By 23 or 22, she was already getting married. I was like, wow. I was like, wait, I'm actually going to have my own house. I'm going to live with my own husband. I'm going to have things happening my own way. So I knew from the beginning that I wanted to get married in my 20s, just because I liked the idea of love. I've always been a lover girl from the beginning. When did you know that your husband was the one? Whew. This is a question that, I've answered in different ways at different points. But let me go a little deeper into the answer of this question. Iki and I, our transition from boyfriend and girlfriend to husband and wife wasn't the typical transition. It wasn't the smoothest transition as well. There were too many reasons why this relationship wouldn't have worked. And it wasn't from both of us, it wasn't from our end. It was a very strong cultural, traditional, nonsense limitation that I had on my path. During that time, I had to pray and I had to fight. I had to pray and I had to fight. But one thing about me is that even if I don't say it out to people, when something is happening to me, I don't try to will it for God. I don't say, God, I need this to happen. I don't. I say, God, if this is your will, let it happen. And if it's not, as much as it will break me, give me the strength. Destroy it and give me the strength to move. I already knew that I loved this man for so many reasons, for a lot of things that he did different from my exes and from people that I had just met generally. But when the situation came up, we had to deal with it. I was just like, God, if this person is really my person, then let this go through. But I don't want to marry. One big prayer that I prayed for so long was, God, I do not want to marry somebody's husband. Please, I want to marry my own. Just because if you marry someone's husband, he's not yours. It's not gonna work. That's what I believe. It's just not going to work no matter how much you try. During the time when the situation came up, I fought a lot. I'm not going to lie. I prayed a whole lot. I feel like that's even where my relationship with God started to get tighter. Besides the physical things that I had seen that made me feel like this is the one, God made me understand through different ways that this was my man. That just gave me the ginger, that just gave me the zeal to fight as much as I did. And yeah, clearly we won. Love always wins, let me put that out there. Like, love always wins, and ultimately God always wins. I've had a lot of people actually reach out to me because Bella Ninja had posted the part of my story. I sent them part of it when they asked. I sent them just part of it. I couldn't go into details for personal reasons, but I sent them just a little bit of it. And that was the first time that anybody externally was hearing anything that had to do with Iki and I's, like what Iki and I had to go through before you could get married. Just because that was our personal stuff. That's still our personal stuff. The only reason why I'm going to share it at any point is if I really feel like the amount of people that need me to talk about it are overwhelming. and not just because they want to hear gist, because they need it. So I've had a couple of people reach out to me after they saw the story just to ask me what I did, because they found themselves in similar situations. For their sake, I mean, if they get overwhelming, for their sake, I might make a video. I'm not promising anything, just like, I don't know. I'm out there with my life, but I'm not exactly out there. For now, I don't think that it is so important to talk about what it was that transpired. If I feel like there are way more people that need to hear about it, just so it could help them, I will eventually put out the video. I mean, it could be any time. So maybe just look out for that video in case it drops. Why did you relocate to the US? Well, I relocated to the US because my then fiance, who is my husband, was living here. So I had to start my process. So we got engaged and all of that. After a while, we spoke about it and we're just like, okay, so let's start working on a relocation process. What is your favorite color? My favorite color is pink. I have a post on my Instagram. If I can, I'm going to put it somewhere here, but I have a post on my Instagram where I was wearing a pink blazer, pink pants, pink everything, pink sneakers, and there's a slide that says that a woman got married to pink, so she'll never wear any other color. I mean, that can be me. Wearing black, that can be me, because I love white, I love black, I love pink, but I don't think anyone beats pink. What's your biggest pet peeve? My biggest pet peeve is definitely going to be like fake people. I don't like people that are fake or weird. I don't know. I just don't know how they do it. It's like, if I don't like you, which is almost never, except you've intentionally looked for my trouble. But I mean, if you don't like me, please feel free not to like me with your chest. Like, there's absolutely no reason why you don't like me and you're still coming around me and smiling and all of that, and you have so much to say behind my back. There's no, if I find out, I'll cut off from you. And if you come around me and you still try to do it, I'm actually going to clear you. That's how it works. I feel like we're all too drawn to keep hiding under shadows. It doesn't make any sense. What's the best thing that has changed about you? The best thing that has changed about me so far is that I've grown such a thick skin. Oh my god, this skin is so thick now. I've grown such a thick skin that I didn't even think I could ever grow. Like, the kind of skin that I have right now. I used to be such an emotional person. I don't even know who that is or who that was. I used to be such an emotional person, and I'm not talking about in relation to my husband or any of that. No, just generally, I used to be so emotional. If somebody says something, I might not tell you that hurts, but it would actually hurt deep. But now it takes more than just saying something to get through to me, to pierce my skin. It takes a whole lot to pierce my skin, and I'm more in control of my reactions to things. And I feel like that should even be the best part of what has changed about me. I'm more in control of my reactions to things. Normally, there are certain things that people would do and you're not gonna like it. But now, I decide who gets that part of me. I decide who is even worth it. Like, who is even worth me moving a muscle. Say what you want. Do what you want. I don't care. I'm not going to respond to you. So, for the most part, I think it's me just being able to control my emotions and me not being so emotional. It's me having a thick skin. I don't think there's anything anybody can do to me right now that I cannot get up from or get over. You've had so many long-lasting friendships. How do you keep friendships? Okay. So, do I have too many long-lasting friendships? Well, actually, yeah, because I remember that during my birthday last year, when they were talking about me, I think everybody was literally like, "Oh, I've known her since we were kids," or "I've known her since." Yeah, so I have a lot of long-lasting friendships. For me, I love all my friends, and it's not on the lip. It's not I love you because I'm saying that I love you. I genuinely love the people that are in my life, and even when we have issues, I feel like the love just conquers it. Do you miss your family? Yes, I do. And you guys, I don't know how to express myself that anybody really feels how I feel. But one thing that is so helpful in this whole situation is the fact that I married a good man. I actually married a great man. So this feels like home. This is home. and he's part of my family. When he's in Lagos, we're all together. He's so close to my siblings. Like all of them they're like this. They're like brothers. So God, his siblings and I are so close too. Everybody is so close. So he feels like family. He feels like I'm with one of my siblings. Just that, you get it. If you don't get it, forget about it. Anyway, so I'm sorry, you guys. I can't be too serious all the time. And I talk to my siblings almost every day. Everyone is busy. My brothers go to work and all of that, but I talk to them as much as I can. My baby siblings as well. I talk to them when I can. I miss my siblings. There are days when I pick up my phone and I see videos and I just, oh Jesus Christ. I'm laughing because I'm about to get emotional. Anyways, there are times when I just pick up my phone and I see videos of us and I miss them. See, when I was there, they were so annoying. Towards the end, as we all grew up, my brothers became so sweet, a lot sweeter. See how siblings are so annoying normally. My brothers are not so annoying anymore. Just once in a while. We all got very close before I left. What is my long-term goal? My long-term goal is to be successful, wealthy, have a very beautiful family filled with love, care between all of us. How many children do you intend to have? Not like this is any of anybody's business, to be honest. Let me just put that out there. But she asked me any question about children. No? Did you hear me? But I'm gonna answer this one because this is just regular. I mean, God is the one that gives children, so He really knows. But if you ask me, I just want to go to the labor room 2 times. Nah, that's all. It just depends. But I want 3 kids. Ike wants 3 or 4. If I have twins and twins, okay. I don't want to have twins in my first birth, but if it happens, then that's fine. So if I have twins and twins, that makes it 4. If I have 1 child and twins afterwards, that makes it 3. So 3 or 4 kids, and I'll be good. How do you cope with disagreements in your relationship? The thing that people always think that is a big lie is that couples don't disagree or they don't have any kind of issues. Somebody had reached out to me one day saying that, oh, you guys look like you don't fight. We don't fight because fights. But we do argue. Of course we argue. We're 2 different human beings with 2 different ideologies. I mean, not everything about us is completely different. We're similar in so many ways, but a lot of things are not the same. We don't always agree on topics or on issues. There's always going to be a disagreement. You guys are 2 different people trained in 2 different places, 2 different time zones, 2 different everything, and you guys are getting to know each other. Even if you live in the same place, 2 different families, parents with different kind of ideologies. There's no way you're not going to have issues. It's not possible. Maybe it is, but I don't know. This one is from my own experience. You're definitely going to have issues. You just need to find the way that works for you. How we cope with ours might not work for you. It might not be applicable to you. But just to answer your question, there's no fixed way that we deal with disagreements. The only thing that is constant with us is we never stay mad at each other for so long, and we could never go to sleep angry at each other. I mean, now that we're married, there are too many ways to get rid of a disagreement. There are too many ways to get rid of a disagreement. Sometimes you just walk around the house, back and forth. Yeah, somebody's going to notice you. He's going to notice that you're walking around the house. The point is just find out what works for you. We don't have a constant way. We either, if it gets too heated, we watch TV or we do something, and somebody is definitely going to talk. It's definitely. And then if it's not so intense, we actually just say, calm down. Your voice is going up. Let's sit down and let's talk about whatever this is. And then we've decided that, okay, regardless of what it is, nothing's going to tear us apart. Whatever issue is on ground, it is not Ike against me or me against Ike. It's Ike and I against whatever the issue on ground is. He's always my person. He's always my best friend, and vice versa. Regardless of what is happening, we always have to choose each other and not choose our pride, because that's the one thing that kills a lot of people. Sometimes they choose their pride and their ego. It's their ego that destroys them, but we choose each other over and over again. That's what it is. What's the most important thing about friendship to you? Loyalty. I think I answered this question on my Instagram, but then it's loyalty. not just friendships, but any kind of relationship that I am involved in, both with my siblings and with my parents and with my husband and with my external family, just everyone. Like, I expect you to be loyal to me because I'm going to be loyal to everyone in my life. What's the one thing you would have done differently if you knew any better? Honestly, I wouldn't have done anything differently. Everything that's happened to me in my life has contributed to who I am today. The things that I've had to go through, the things that I've had to deal with has given birth to this woman that is sitting out right in front of you. And I genuinely love this point where I am in my life right now. I would not have it any other way. So I'm grateful for everything that I've had to deal with, good or bad. And I don't think I'll do anything differently, honestly. No. What's the hardest thing you've dealt with? One of it was the period where we were working on our documents and it just felt like everything was stagnant. Just being away from EK during that time, during the pandemic when it first started, just being away from him and just, he works in the hospital, just thinking that, oh my God, he has to always go to the hospital. Healthcare workers were at high risk, for sure. Just knowing that he was at a high risk of getting the virus, everything was just so hard. The whole process was so hard. Oh my God, the whole process was so hard. How hard was relocating, visa-wise and all? It was hard. I'm not even going to try and sugarcoat it for anyone, because I feel like if people actually said it a lot more, people would know. It was hard. And it wasn't hard because we couldn't guess. It was hard because of the pandemic. It was hard because of the process. Place made it hard, not the actual thing. How has life been since you relocated? Life has been normal. It has been pretty normal, to be honest. Like, contrary to what I thought, contrary to what a lot of people actually thought, including my parents and my siblings, they just thought, you know, a lot of things would change for her. I don't know how she's, you're just moving to a new space, to a new place, completely new place. Everything feels normal. It's only when I go outside, which I rarely do because right now it's really cold outside, so I'm inside most of the time, except it's very necessary that I'm outside. Food wise, I eat Nigerian food. I eat Nigerian food from Niger Hut. So if you're not following Niger Hut or if you don't know about Niger Hut, let me just quickly sell that out here. Niger Hut is an African restaurant that makes Nigerian dishes with the best Nigerian recipes. And it's really, really yummy. In case you're wondering, the taste is not altered in any way. It's the same taste, maybe even better. Yeah, so generally life is just the same. There's really no much difference with life. What do you miss most about Nigeria? I was going to say it in a very, I was going to say the Alot, but the fact that there are not too many protocols in Nigeria. I mean, those protocols are good though. They're good because that's how an organized country should be. But just growing up in Nigeria and just doing things a certain way and moving here and seeing things done completely differently is like you miss Nigeria. Let me give you this instance. So when we're trying to get married, we're trying to get a court date to go get married in Nigeria. I've never been married in Nigeria, so I don't know. I've never married in Nigeria, so I don't really know how that works, like go to the court. But I would assume that you just get a court date and you just go to court and get married. But here it's such a long process. So first of all, there's a website that you go to register. You register and you try to get a date so that you can go for your marriage license. So marriage license is basically like permission from the state that you stay in to get married. Nigeria, what kind of permission do you need to marry? But here you need to go to a city clerk, you get your license, and you bring certain documents that you go through just to be sure that you're legally free to be married. If you want to get married in a court, you have to still go back on that site to try and get a date and register to go get married, like a court date, which sometimes takes so long. Both of them, such a long process. Nigeria is not too organized like that. It doesn't have process. The processes are not a lot to get things done, but here there are so many processes put in place. So when you have to go through that, you're just like, oh my God, I miss Nigeria. Another example is buying drugs. In Nigeria, I could easily get a steroid cream just there in the pharmacy. I don't need any prescription for that. Just go there and say, this is what's happening to me. This is what I want. Jiggy. But in this country, you cannot just go and just buy a drug that is not out there. There are drugs that you have to go like with a prescription to actually be able to get. And that just makes things a little hard. because certain things that you might have been using in Nigeria, so let me just put it out there, if you're using any like cream or something because of an irritation or anything of that sort and you're relocating, please do well to travel with those things, because when you get there or when you get here, if you're coming to the US for instance, when you get here, those drugs or those creams or whatever it is might not be easily accessible to you. You might have to get a prescription, and when it's not like you're going and say, oh doctor, write me a prescription. You have to go there and say this is what's wrong with me, and they have to say, okay, this is what you need to take. So it's a different ball game altogether, and people don't talk about it enough. So I'm telling you that this is what it is. What do people never prepare you for while relocating? The culture shock is deep. It's deep. It's basically like what people decide to even do with their bodies. Like, it's none of your business, so to be honest. So don't go about looking at people in a weird way. Before somebody shoots you, just mind your business. But I'm just saying, you might be going out, and for instance, when I first came, I went out to get something, and I saw some guy who had opened up his ear, not a hole, like he made a large hole, like very long hole, kind of expanded his ear all the way down here and put like a black thing in the middle. I was just wondering that, what's happening? What's going on? Like, what exactly is happening? Why is it like this? The culture shock is extreme. There are a lot of unprovoked rude people, and people never tell you that. Like, you can be standing somewhere or walking somewhere, and just because you're taking your time to walk, somebody can just be like, what the f***? You know, people are just rude, unprovoked. That's just how it is, like a cultural thing, like a culture for them. Just, you see young people just cursing out on people that are way older than them, not in Nigeria, or somebody who beats the hell out of you. Like, somebody who literally beat you up. But not here. It's different here. But I had to get used to it, because some days you're looking at these people and you're like, what's wrong with this person? Shouldn't I just tell her? Don't tell her. Don't tell her anything, or don't tell him anything. Please mind your business, because you don't even know when people are carrying guns. Please mind your business. If they're being unfair, because I really don't like when people are being unfair to people, and I tend to always feel like I want to fight for the people that are treated unfairly. If you know me personally, that's how I am. That's my nature. But I have learned that it's not always my business. Even when I'm being called into certain situations, I need to learn to mind my business. I need to learn to, like, you know, day by day and not get myself involved in certain things just because you really do not know who has a gun. Take the gun out, they will talk. But you never know. Did you relocate using spousal visa? No, I didn't relocate using a spousal visa. I will talk about the visa category that I relocated in, but my visa category was definitely linked to a spousal visa, but they don't just call it a spousal visa. In the course of my relocation vlog, I'm going to have a testimony video, you know, just to tell you guys how this process was for me. Honestly, like, no filter whatsoever, just how everything worked out for me, how I relocated, and the whole process that I had to deal with. I think I've spoken about this, but then the whole process in detail and the things that happened at different times, because honestly I did feel like during that process so many things happened that could have ruined all of it. But God was faithful. God was very, very faithful, and He has always been amazing. He has been amazing in my life. He has been amazing in Ike's life. He has just been amazing now, generally, in this marriage. And I like, there's nobody else that I can thank except Him. If I have 1,000 tongues, it still will not be enough to thank God for every single thing that He has done, like, in my life and in the course of my transitioning, in the course of my relocation. We have finally come to the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for being part of this family and the growth of this channel. I really appreciate it, for always coming back to watch, for sharing the video, for liking and all of that. If you haven't subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe. Wait, just hold on. So let's go now. Click the subscribe button and don't go anywhere. Subscribe to the channel. There's going to be a lot of information coming up on this channel pertaining to, like, just relocating from my own eyes, lots of vlogs, all of that. And sometime soon I'm going to bring Ike up on the channel, if he will come, because that's if he will come, because Ike is very shy. I'm the one who's out there, not the king. I'm going to drag him. I'm going to bring him to the channel. So see you guys in my next video. Bye.